Leo Messi fulfilled his ultimate dream on December 2022 when he finally won the World Cup thanks to some incredible performances from him, but also due to the fact that Argentina built a team that literally played not to let him down. The sense of union and brotherhood among the Albiceleste was one of the pillars, and Scaloni was very keen on keeping that up, to the point that 17 of the 2022 champions are part of the Argentina squad in 2026. Among the small portion of the squad who weren't called up for the World Cup, you can find some who have decided to retire for the international team, such as Di Maria and others whose level just wasn't good enough. And then we find Alejandro Gomez, aka Papu. But why are we naming him? Because overnight he went from being the World Cup champion to a national pariah for allegedly disrespecting Messi's wife. Gomez wasn't really used to big stages, but he had a great journey playing for Atalanta and later for Sevilla, earning a name for himself in the 2022 World Cup, where he played in 2 of the 7 games that gave Argentina their 3rd trophy. Anyway, as we say, Papu literally disappeared from the national team after winning the World Cup, and according to rumours, hell broke loose after he disrespected Antonela. And that is not something we made up. It was quite literally announced by the Argentine press. On the programme A la Tarde, a panelist shared that they had heard comments Gomez made to Messi's wife, which noticeably dampened the mood in the locker room. Locker room? I don't know exactly in which match. If it was in the match against the Netherlands, the panelist assured, saying everyone is happy because they passed. Everyone in the locker room starts to sing. What does Papu say? Hand over Antonela. Imagine Messi's laser eyes. Immediate red card. Man, if there was something we all know you shouldn't do in Argentina's dressing room, that's messing with Messi or his family. You should have known better, Papu. In the meantime, Gomez's wife backed him with a nice Instagram story. Happy to grow up by your side and watch you make your dreams come true. Now, we must state that at this point neither Messi nor Gomez or any of the involved confirm this. So even though it exploded a few years ago, to this day remains just a rumour. That said, one thing is for certain, Papu never played for Argentina ever again. Was that the punishment for disrespecting Antonella, or was there more to this story? Well, when we say it remains a rumour, it's because there are 2 theories on why Gomez was never called up to the national team. The first one, perhaps even crazier, is that he was accused of having performed witchcraft on Giovanni Lo Celso, his teammate in the Argentina national team, who picked up an injury that left him out of the World Cup. Again, just not a confirmed rumour, but it was literally discussed on social media. The second one, and arguably the most coherent one, needs a bit of context. A few months after the World Cup, Gomez received a 2-year ban after testing positive on a doping test done before the tournament with Argentina. The rumour indicates that Papu was already aware during the World Cup, and he chose to hide it from Messi, Scaloni and the rest of the Argentinian camp, something that he would eventually admit. I got an email 2 days before the final against France, saying that I had tested positive. Receiving news like that before a World Cup final is horrible. I was sick for those 2 days. I felt awful. I had a fever. My immune system was probably weakened. I was in a really bad place. Imagine celebrating whilst constantly wondering what was going to happen, Papu Gomez revealed. I didn't want to tell anyone because I didn't want people focusing on anything other than playing in the World Cup final. I felt it would have been very selfish of me to burden the guys with something that awful when they were about to play the biggest match in the world. So I kept it to myself until after the game, he continued. Gomez had already been erased from his national team when the ban was confirmed, but he chose not to retire and returned to activity in November 2025, playing for Padova Calcio in the Italian 2nd Division. We've already witnessed some serious controversies involving some wags, like the John Terry and Wayne Bridge scandal, or the Ryan Giggs having an affair with his brother's wife. The Gomez story with the national team may be different, but we'll never know for sure. What we do know is that no one would ever think of disrespecting Messi in the dressing room nowadays.